as big a bite out of your enterprise account as possible to pay back all our services, because if those aren't captured by the enterprise account, then the only place they get paid for is the general fund, which is back to the taxpayer. So if we aren't using X-ray vision or as close to X-ray vision as we can, then the taxpayer is getting hit. And then the Kmart Plaza, which I still believe belongs to the inhabitants of Barnstable, I want to know where we're going with that and what that's going to do relative to the monies. Thank you.
First question, Counselor. The total chargebacks to the airport for fiscal year 2012 are actually $505,000. It's actually on two different lines. As the airport manager indicated, 267,000 is on the transfers outline. For budgeting purposes, we put a charge for the retirement assessment that we assess them on the benefits line. So there's $238,000 included in the benefits line, which is a transfer to the general fund as well. The total charge of $505,000 includes $141,000 for various support that they receive from staff and other departments, and that includes council, manager, human resources, information technology, accounting, procurement, treasury, assessing, and parking enforcement. So we're hitting them for all those different areas. And then as well, we're charging them for their share of the county retirement assessment on an annual basis, which is about 19% of the covered payroll. We're also charging them for property insurance, casualty insurance, vehicle insurance. All of the insurance policies cover the airport assets as well, and we charge them back a proportion prorated based on the value of assets. And some of the newer charges that we've added to the Airport Enterprise Fund is retirees' health insurance. There's a number of retirees that formerly worked at the airport who still participate in the town's health insurance, and we make the airport cover the cost of the retirees' health insurance now. And we also just started charging them more recently for software license and support fees and the annual financial audit that we have conducted by an outside auditor, because they use the Munis system, so they should pay for a share of the cost that we have to pay for the support and licensing fees associated with that system. They also are covered under our annual financial audit, so we charge them back a portion of the cost associated with having an audit conducted every year. So those are the newest fees, and we'd be happy to work with our Comprehensive Financial Advisory Committee to look under other stones if we can and find more charges that are justified. But we have to make sure they're justified, because the FAA reviews this every single year, and they have to have supporting documentation and justification for the charges.
One quick follow-up. So if I'm hearing you correctly, it sounds like, would it be a fair characterization that we've gotten better at this over the years in terms of, because you're mentioning several new charges, so I would assume prior to these being new, we weren't charging for those areas that you just outlined?
That's correct.
So there's a fair statement here that us, putting the pressure on ourselves, so to speak, or on each other, or however you want to look at it, has helped save the taxpayers money.
Yeah, we're looking every year for more and more areas that we can justify,
and we clearly were not getting this type of refund out of the enterprise account, say 5 or 10 years ago. This is
10 years ago, no, but 5 years, yes. I mean, we've been back in 2009. The charge, or 2008, the charge was about $500,000 as well.
So in the last few years, we've become much more sophisticated. Where 10 years ago we were.
10 years ago it was $125,000.
Yeah, we were. That's a very important distinction that we were lacking, and I credit you and your staff and everyone else involved for doing a much better job. This is big money for the taxpayers, and it's only proper. So I appreciate that. Now to my second question, maybe.
Been discussing the issue of the Kmart Plaza, if you will, Cape Town Plaza lease with two companies. WS Development has come in. They are now have been designated by the original lessee to be, how do you say that? We've licensed them to essentially manage the lease of the current one. They have also expressed an interest in perhaps some future arrangement whereby they could do some more development at the Kmart Plaza. Just about 3 weeks ago, we were visited by a senior property vice president for Kmart Sears, who has also expressed an interest in trying to come up with a financial position whereby they also could take over the existing lease to do some development at the property. We've taken it all under advisement. We have not come to any agreement at this point in time. The Finance Committee, Subcommittee for the Airport Commission is looking at all of our properties, including the Kmart Plaza, to see what we would be doing with all of our properties in the future. So there is no plan at the current time to do anything with the Kmart Plaza. The current lease expires, I believe, in 2024, and so it really is not financially feasible for too much to happen out there. We did just last week, we approved an agreement whereby it appears that the Sports Authority may be coming into the former Filene's basement. So that's an improvement through WS Development. In any case, we have pledged to you and to the town manager that we would keep you, the council, and the town manager informed. Growth Management has expressed a desire to be included in some of our conversations, and we're doing that as time goes along. With regard to the monies that would come from that, with regard to our budget, if we were to get a better financial arrangement with a long-term lease, those monies would just become part of our income for lease income, would go into our reserve, so to speak. If we were to sell it, those monies, under the current law, those monies would come to the airport reserve.
Thank you for that answer. We may have a respectful gentleman's disagreement about the ultimate sale of that property and what the deed says, where it states on the deed inhabitants of Barnstable, but that's okay. We can respectfully disagree on that, but I appreciate your details on the remainder of the effort to make improvements there. Certainly, I